I like the way him and I connected and interacted. It was able to make me feel
More
safe
comfortable.
and comfortable enough to be my true self, to open. And he, like, his.
Yo, this is Brian the Jamaican.
What's up? It's Irene.
That is Irene. I met her on just randomly on the street at Pond City Market.
Yep.
And she was just aimlessly walking around. And I was like, hey, I'd like to take some pictures of you. So she was like, yeah, cool. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was easy. And here we are.
Yep.
We've been talking for about maybe 25 minutes, half hour, on certain subjects, certain things. And she is, for being so young, she's really knowledgeable of certain things and mature. So yeah, we're gonna just walk around and see where we can take some photos, which I already did previously.
Yes. Got
Some dope shots, yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna take more and let's see what happens. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, so we're just gonna, we found a little area here in Piedmont. It looks nice. And the sun is setting, so this is like the perfect time to take photos. Call it a golden hour photography. So we are about to do some freelance photography. Cool?
Cool.
Cool. You got the idea.
Yeah. Preach.
So you're rolling right now. So just so you know.
Okay. Well, yes, I see that.
Just be natural. You don't have to. We can have conversation. It's all good.
Okay. Cool.
Why is the lens cap?
I was like, oh, not the lens cap.
No, not that. This is more up close. I know you're not a girly girl, you're kind of like somewhere in between there.
Somewhere. I have my moments.
You do?
Yeah.
Alright. Woo! Yep. You gotta move the GoPro now.
Oh,
It was a dope shot though.
word.
Do this. Okay. A little closer. This should be good. Yep. Excellent. Crossing. Perfect. It's a very sensual part of a woman's body, especially when they're modeling. Like when they wear, they wear open-toe shoes or stuff like that. It accentuates certain body parts. Me, I like to focus more on, let me see, shoulder. You have, because you're a model, you have great shoulder to waist ratio. And feet. It's weird to say, but a good amount of artists, but like photographers, they don't talk about it. Oh, something. Yep. Okay. I think that's
Cool.
because I got enough of you to where I can. Yeah, you look very Chinese. I like this one. It's like you're suggesting something. You know what I'm saying? You're inviting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see how that works. Do your magic. Hopefully that GoPro doesn't. I don't think it will. Because it's like 81 minutes on a full charge.
Oh, word.
So,
Yeah, that's good.
so the battery life is pretty good. Yeah. 1 second.
Very nice.
That's it. I don't want you to get dirty anymore.
Word.
Yeah. That's dope.
Oh,
Okay, so that was a little preview of what we were doing. She's super open. Her name is Irene Song. If you guys are looking for a freelance model, actress, she is the one that you want to reach out to. Yeah, she's super open, just like very down to earth. Yeah, her boyfriend's black too.
Valid. Wow. When she's valid.
She's but yeah, she's super dope. If you're in the Atlanta area, just hit her up. I'll leave all of her information in the description box so you guys can check her out. All right, cool.
I once was. She's not a person who opens up easily at all. Because in my head, it was like, if you reveal all your cards, if you're playing poker, you reveal all your cards, you're vulnerable. You can get fucking played. Like, you've lost.
Yeah.
You know, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I like the way him and I connected and interacted, it was able to make me be feel
More
safe and
comfortable.
comfortable enough to be my true self, to open. And he, like, his mind and body and soul, like where he's at and what he has to offer to the universe, how he thinks, you know, getting that was kind of like, oh, that made me realize, that opened my eyes to things. And what I'm sure, again, I would have learned to like love myself, whatever, like, he just really fucking helped with that, like, you know, like.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it
That's
truly
a beautiful thing.
It truly is.
You see, man, I envy that, because that's what I've been looking for.
Right.
And the thing with me,
it's so rare. It truly is rare in this world. But when you meet the one, I feel like you definitely know, and you do. And upon meeting him, I've actually seen, like, before I genuinely didn't believe in that shit. But after meeting him and being around his energy, and now I'm radiating my true energy because of his energy technique.
Sharing energies.
Exactly. I've met so many beautiful people and beautiful relationships that I think they've found their person too, and how they act with each other, and then the vibe they give off to others when they're with each other in public. You can sense it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
you know it's an actual vibe when you got people looking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you don't see it. You don't see it as much. You know, it's not accessible. So that's a definite true, and it, like, that's
that
love.
energy shit. That shit real. That frequency shit. That shit real.
Oh, definitely, it really is.
Yes.
It really is. But at the same time, I would tell you that, you know, because you are just 21.
Oh yeah, I still have a long way ahead of me, but
when usually a brain develops at 25, as you should know.
Yeah.
So
frontal lobe develops.
Yeah. In the next 3 to 4 years, hopefully you may have the same perspective, you know, the same mentality, but you know, just you know, just kind of take things as they go.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because I know, like, in my journey with women, like, they tend to plan things out, their lives out beforehand. Yeah, they have like an itinerary of how things are supposed to go, right? And so that can be a detriment to them, because things may not go the way they plan.
You have to learn to accept the flow and go with it.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing.
I mean, it's good to have an itinerary, just something that's
like a
foundational.
Goal. Yeah,
right.
like a set goal, ideals, whatever. Yeah. But you can't be so set in stone that it starts, again, you start sacrificing yourself or your loved ones or the people around you.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, it's unfortunate, but if that, like, and again, this is why I say, like, I'm definitely happiness over money, right? Like, spiritual over material world shit. If you get too caught up in the material world, like, you know, I don't know anything, and I don't want to say anything, but, like, you know, as beautiful as a relationship you might have had, or the potentials, you fucking throw that away for the material shit, you know? And it's so unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
And that's why I think it also depends on the individual.
Yeah.
Like,
America is one of those places where it's just, social media has kind of really ruined that, and it kind of like gave people a false sense of reality, where it's like, gimme, me, my. Right. What can you offer me? What can you bring to the table? Stuff like that. And you can either absorb all of that or learn from that type of thinking. And, you know, just be a realistic person. You know.
Yeah.
Be as genuine and as realistic as you are, and intentional with when you're meeting people.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's something that my boyfriend taught me.
Yeah.
I think it's something that I've always known, but I was too afraid to do it myself.
Right.
And I think seeing him being able to be his truest self and emulate a very positive energy, like, truly, he has an amazing mind, body, and soul. Truly, like that. Like, I know you say I'm still young, but, like.
Sorry, I'm not trying to.
No, I know. I know you mean the best.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I
appreciate that. But like that's also why I think it truly depends on the individual. Like him as an individual, I see him for who he is and how he thinks. And we're not the type of people to let some material things to get in the way of a spiritual connection and bond, you know.
Right.
So it definitely depends on the individual. And for me, I think I've met the individual most suited for me, you know, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
But yeah, like the whole social media thing definitely gets very toxic.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I mean, I watch it because I watch it for other reasons. But the thing is, when I watch people in drama on social media, I don't absorb it.
Yeah,
you know, it's entertaining for me.
Right.
It's entertaining, and it kind of gives me life lessons as to what not to do and how to be, how to act. You know what I mean? So I watch it for that reason, and of course I'm a content creator, so I like to get ideas from other content creators to create my own stuff. So
I think it's being able to create that separation or differentiate social media from, kind of like you said, don't treat social media as reality.
Exactly.
Like use it as a tool for, like, especially as a creative, you get it, you know? Yeah. For creatives, that's how you put yourself out there, or that's how you network. Yes, great, but make sure you're able to separate that from your real reality. It's when you start seeing that as reality that the toxic mentality starts coming, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? Yeah. People will be depressed as fuck, like maybe having a fucking mental breakdown, and post them at a party. You never know what the story really is, you know? The Photoshop, like don't, you know, the body dysmorphia, don't fucking shit on yourself when everything out there is just fucking fake.
Yeah. No.
It's not working.
It's true. That's why society is messed up. That's why we're so like broken. It's like damaged, you know. And then
you turn to social media for your little fix, but that continues the feedback.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And then you become more broken, and you go out into the real world, and do what you see on social media. And
but it's like, no, that takes away from it. Again, like we were talking about, like if you're gonna visit a place, don't do it just to fucking take pictures at this popular location. Don't just fucking do it for whatever to vlog it. You're missing out on being there in general. Why the fuck are you spending money to travel? You know,
thank you
for fucking being there. You're spending money to travel so you can have fucking pictures on your phone. Okay, did you actually have fun, or did you just get good pictures?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like what
it's like
the
you're
fuck?
wasting money.
Yeah.
You know.
Immerse yourself in that fucking shit. Look at a fucking tree. Say that's a fucking pretty leaf. I don't know, like.
Pick some fruits off of it and eat it. Something.
Like actually take something out of it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. She got bars. She got whole gems. Like she's only 21. You serious? Wow. That's Impressive. But then, no, you know what? What I've noticed? Chinese women that I've met in New York are extremely wise. They have it's like they're like a walking proverb. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Like proverb. There was this one girl. Her name is golly, what the hell is her name? I used to remember her name like the back of my, because it was a difficult Chinese name, but it was
got it down,
yeah.
So you remembered it.
Yeah. What is her name? Beautiful woman. She's from China, and my friend, another black guy who's Trinidadian but lives in Brooklyn, speaks fluent Chinese. Oh, word. And he learned that he would go to Flushing, to Main Street, to the large that Asian library, and he would go into the one of those sections and just pick out a book and start reading in Chinese. Oh, word. And you see these old Chinese guys looking at him like, "What are you doing?" And he'll speak to them in Mandarin. But yeah, she would just drop gems, man. She would just definitely drop gems. Go over there. You want to sit over there? Sure. Yeah. Well, not by the bird.
Yeah,
There's another bird. Damn it.
That's cool. We can keep walking too.
You keep walking?
Yeah.
Just have a conversation. Okay.
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
But yeah, like she would just drop gems, and I'm just like, yo, who are you? But then again, she's not American. She's from China. Her whole mindset is geared toward how do you say? she's just wise. She's just a wise person. She's realistic. She'll tell you to save money, you know, instead of spending it. And
Real.
you know, that's something that's, you know, you don't hear about. You know, here it's like spend money. How much can you buy, or what you can, you know, how much you can spend. You know what I mean, to impress me. You know.
Which that shit is so fucking surface.
Yeah, it's very surface, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's very, very surface, but that's how it is. And I'm not saying everyone, but in general, the culture
yeah, it's a
is
very
that.
material world.
Yeah.
It's a material world for sure.
Absolutely.
I think just being able to see past that, or like, yeah, we're all trapped in this material world, whatever, but you know, learning to, like, I guess see from the bigger picture. I don't really know how to say it, but just to not let that consume you as it does consume others.
Precisely.
You know? Not let that, oh, I have to do this today because of blah blah blah. No, do whatever the fuck you want, because you shouldn't do this just because people think you should.
Right.
Society thinks you should.
Yeah.
You know?
And to be honest, I've always been the type to move to the beat of my own drum. I've always been the type. I mean, I grew up in a church atmosphere, so, and I still go to church. But I grew up, excuse me, where my peers, they would be in a relationship at the same time. They got engaged at the same time. They got married at the same time.
Okay.
They had kids all at the same time, literally.
Wow, that's crazy.
Some of them divorced at the same time or around the same.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
And you know, I've always been, and I've seen the pathology of that. And here I am, still doing random stuff, meeting strangers. You know what I mean?
You know, that's something that they might never get to experience.
They will never get to
lives,
experience.
you know?
Yeah.
That's fucking dope as fuck that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like, your time for that hasn't come yet, and when it does, it will.
Yeah. It will, whenever that happens.
Yeah, just be happy with what you got right now. This is the current era. This is the current chapter of your life you're at right now. And when you're done reading it, well, it'll be the next era.
Next.
You know? More things will come. New things will come. But right now, this is the present chapter.
Present chapter.
Yep. And learning to work with it, enjoy it while you have it, truly, because we take too many things for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just fucking, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in it, you might as well fucking enjoy it, right?
Yeah. And my parents want me to have grandkids, so I mean, they want to have grandkids so bad. I'm just like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
The pressure. I mean, you already know because you're Asian, so you know, immigrant parents, third world parents. I love them to death, to pieces.
Yes, but it's hard to truly be you.
Yes.
Under their opinions and thoughts.
Man.
Yeah, because like you grow up with their voices, so when you're on your own, it's like, well, who the fuck am I? Why am I not happy? Why am I having a breakdown over certain things? This was my reality for the longest time. Well, guess
Dude,
what?
I love you. I'm sorry. You are spitting facts.
This is just what's real, you know?
You are spitting facts.
Yeah, like, and I'm sure so many fucking people can relate to that, you know?
Oh my gosh. Like, they call us, because I learned this from another Asian guy from California. And I didn't know this was a thing. Very smart man. Pastor, actually. Pastor Peter Lim. He says that people like us are considered third culture. So third culture are basically folks who, they have immigrant parents, but they were born here, and they don't necessarily fit in their
first culture per se, or the second culture.
Yeah. And they don't necessarily fit in the American culture. So they're like kind of lost. They don't know how to fit in, so they just are.
Yeah, and you know the thing is,
and it's stressful.
It is stressful, and while you're in it, maybe you're so heavily in it that you deny you're not fitting in, or you don't realize. And it's not until you truly like move out, or you're truly by yourself, that you realize, oh, this is what I went through. Let me actually validate my fucking feelings, rather than like, this is survival mode. You can't think about that shit. You just have to be in it. You have to blend in. You have to whatever, you know. But once you're out of that, that's when these realizations start coming, and you're like, all right, now it's time to figure out who you are, how to take
Right.
care of yourself, what you want,
Mhm.
like that.
But I understand, like, your parents are looking out for your best interest,
Oh,
and they want to
yeah.
protect you,
Exactly.
and you know, they don't want you to get into any trouble because you know this is a foreign land to them.
Yeah.
That they came and they took a chance, they took a risk, and you know,
And they sacrificed their own, like,
right.
home, you know?
Weak people don't just pick up from their homeland
Exactly.
and travel thousands of miles to another country. Weak people don't do that.
Exactly.
So I understand.
They sacrificed a
They
lot
sacrificed,
to
yeah.
be here, truly,
Yeah.
and to and you know, for us to
Mhm.
quote unquote have a better life,
Yeah.
you know, and that's why they have these opinions.
Right.
But you know, the world is changing. Times are changing.
Times are definitely changing, yeah.
Certain things that were more prevalent beliefs aren't necessarily the case anymore.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
But you know, it is all out of love. It's out of your best interest.
Yeah. It's wow.
Quite.
I like that.
Yep.
I like this girl. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about for such a young age.
I mean, it's just what
she's
we all
been
go
through it.
you know? It's just real.
Yeah.
Some people realize it sooner, some people realize it later.
Later, yeah.
But we're all going through the same shit, you know?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, I was wondering why things weren't happening the way I wanted them or the way I envisioned them for a very, very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just, you know, in my mind I was trying to figure it out. Maybe not do this, do this, act this way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it just became exhausting because I was just going in circles.
Yeah, you weren't
Yeah, I was just
truly-
going in circles.
Yeah.
And still till this day, you know, what even made it worse is me coming down here to Georgia. You know, I'm not gonna take a big crap on Georgia because Georgia is beautiful. It's very green and the air is cleaner.
Yeah.
But just trying to fit in with the conservatism and how people are down here. I now have a better appreciation for living in New York, you know, because
yeah, exactly.
in New York you are at least able to express yourself, you know. But down here you don't have that room, that wiggle room to do so, because you may offend somebody or they may look at you differently or something like that. But after a while, it's just like you're just gonna have to not give a crap anymore, like you said.
You just gotta be you.
Just gotta be you.
Fucking do you. Not restrict yourself. Don't sacrifice yourself.
You know.
And by being the true you,
Yeah.
you're gonna attract the people that are actually fucking like
you.
on the same frequency as you. You know,
Yep.
like by being you, the people that actually fuck with you are gonna like hang out with you and fuck
Right.
with you. The people that don't are gonna stay away. And later, you won't have to go through a whole fucking debacle because you were
Yeah.
acting fake your whole life. Like, oh, okay, these people aren't fucking with me now, and these are my only friends. Well, guess what? That's because you weren't being true to yourself.
You weren't being true to yourself.
You know,
You
but
weren't
that's
being
so
honest with
common.
yourself.
That's so common too. I feel like everybody goes through that too.
Yeah.
It's hard to face yourself sometimes, but
It definitely
when you
is.
do, and you become comfortable with yourself, accept yourself, and just fucking do you,
Just do you.
you're gonna attract the right kind of people. The people that stick, they your people. The people that don't stick, well, they not your people. Don't give a fuck about them. You know.
Bars. Bars. For real. Yeah, man. This is still Piedmont. I think this is the other side of the park I was talking about, where you can park. Well, it's gonna be tricky to find parking up this street.
Gotcha. So where do we go? Go back.
Oh, we gotta go back the other way. I'm sorry. We're just
Okay,
walking.
word. Yeah, no, I got caught in the conversation.
Yeah,
but I was
yeah.
like, oh, we probably should, right?
Yeah, let's go back.
It is a walk back too.
Yeah. I actually got introduced to eating ramen in 2008, 2009.
Okay, word.
Yeah. And I got exposed to that Asian community, Asian aspect through my friend who, like I told you, is Trinidadian black guy, speaks Mandarin. He had a whole slew of Asian friends from Taiwan, from Japan, from China. And I was like, this is what I've been missing out on. Cause they're super cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got dope ass culture.
Yeah, they're super chill. They're like, how about you, Brian? You know, they're just really nice, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I'm not taking away from my Jamaican roots.
Right, you just really appreciate that. And
Yeah.
you know, that's something that you kind of grew up with.
Yeah.
So it definitely feels more like home or familiar.
Yeah. There's a lot of people talking. Hold on a second.
Friends were Hispanic growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm also very immersed and introduced in that culture. Like
Yeah.
I fucking love Hispanic food.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love
Rice and beans.
Yeah.
Arroz con pollo.
Mm-hmm. You already know. That's the classic.
Yep.
And the music and
Oh, hell yeah.
culture and like going to like in high school also I like just being in a language class and being able to like learn about the different celebrations, holiday culture, whatever. And my best friend, she's half Mexican, half Spaniard. So like growing up with her and like her mom and then being immersed in that sort of like, you know, her just fucking Lourdes popping off at her in Spanish or some shit. Like just being around that.
Speaking
you know?
mad fast.
You know, just being around it. Like so yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely, you know, had my thing with them and but I just
your Latina face.
Yeah, my Latina face. But the thing about it is that just the personalities, the vibe, because you know their energy's at like 100. You know what I mean? They're very passionate, right? And I'm very laid back type of guy. So I just could not.
They're not La Toxica for nothing. They're not called Las Toxicas for nothing.
So Irene, any parting words?
It was very lovely to meet you and have this organic encounter and interaction. Great talks, great shots, and thanks for being a part of this part of my life, I guess.
Cool. All right, so if I don't see you guys in person, this is what I usually say.
Word.
It's like an outro.
Okay.
If I don't see you guys in person, I'll see you in the next video.
Peace.